everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. Oops, sorry, I kicked a light. I'm Whitney, and today we are going to be discussing the two bottoms of the current wardrobe module that I'm working on with the sewing workshop. So I have made two pairs of pants using both the sewing workshop's patterns and their fabrics. And I talked all about the fabrics at length at my plans video. I will pop a link up to the plans video, and I will also pop links up to, there's two different videos where I go over the three tops that I've made for this little module. And then next week, if everything, I'm waiting on lining to arrive. If next week, if everything goes as planned, I will be showing you my jacket that I'm making for this module. And then from there, I will do a full lookbook like I've done in the past. So I was just kind of slowing it down a little bit with this module, and then, but I will do the full lookbook like I've done in the past where I show you all the outfit combinations. I'll do that at the end. Okay, so let's talk pants. So I made two pairs of pants for this module. Let's see, we'll talk about, I'm also going to do something a little different today as far as the actual video. Oh, hold on. Come on, you coming up here? She always decides to join me on her own terms, so there she is. Okay. So I'm gonna do something a little different. Instead of putting the footage of me twirling in my outfits, I'm actually gonna I took the video vertically this time so that I can have it just like right here in the video while I'm talking. That way I can get a little bit closer up. So maybe you can see a little bit more detail. I'm gonna do it that way for this video and the second video you'll see this week because I'm filming them both today. But let me know if you like that better or not, or if you prefer me just to put, you know, cover up the entire frame with the footage of me twirling. So let me know. We're trying a few things a little bit different around here. All right, so the first pattern that I made up was the Valencia. It is actually both a pair of pants and kind of a cardigan type jacket. I have not made the cardigan jacket. I've only made the pants for this one. But they are, these pants also come in two lengths. They come in a full length and a cropped length. I've made them in this gorgeous pale pink linen rayon blend. And I've worked with linen rayon before in the past. I would say that this has a little bit, maybe a little heavier on the rayon side than linen. I could be wrong from previous ones that I have used. The drape is gorgeous. I mean, it almost feels like working with raw silk, almost. I mean, it's just beautiful. There are no pockets in this pant because there's no side seams in this pant. This pair of pants came together so stinking quickly. I can't even, I mean, I could throw together quite a few pairs of these. I think that they've got the elastic in the back with the flat front, so I could easily pair these with so many things. We all know my waist measurement changes daily, and so having anything with elastic in there is just phenomenal for my everyday life. I think these pants, even though they're a pale pink, which is typically more of a spring-summer color, as you all know, my fall colors, I'm adding some pale pink in there, and so I'm very excited to pair it with, like I have in this footage, pairing it with some darker, moodier colors for fall, and just experimenting a little bit with adding some of the pastels in with the moodier fallish colors, winter colors. Yes, these pants are gonna get worn so much. Now they are a little bit thinner, so I think that when it probably gets into like the dead of winter, when it gets really cold, they might have to go away until spring, only because they're just a thinner fabric. But yeah, I cannot wait to pair these and style these a million bajillion different ways. As with all the sewing workshop patterns that I've made so far, construction is it's simple, but she has a lot of things that you're kind of like, oh, that's an interesting way to do that, or that makes that so much easier. Like there's a lot. I learn a lot in sewing her patterns, and I actually read the instructions when I make these, which I don't always do with all patterns. A lot of times I just kind of go rogue, but I actually do read because I feel like I've learned a little extra tidbit every time I've made, you know, one of her patterns throughout this module. But yeah, these pants, super comfortable. I love the length on me, and I'm trying to remember how much I ended up taking out. I think I took 2 inches out of the length when all was said and done, because I think I did. Yeah, I did an inch hem. I think I took 2 inches out of the length, just so it hits me where it was supposed to hit. I'm 5'2". So just so it hits me where it was supposed, the cropped length was supposed to hit. I'm almost positive. I took 2 inches out, and then I did adjust, because again, I was able to try these on in her shop, already made up. I made the size medium, and I took 1 inch off the front rise, and then I took that to 3/8 of an inch at the side seam. Again, there's no side seams, but there are notches where the side seam or the side actually hits. So I took it to 3/8 at that point, and then to nothing at the back. Only because, again, I'm just shorter. That's a typical alteration I have to make for my body. I'm just shorter in the front than I am in the back. So, which is pretty typical. My waist is not completely horizontal with the ground. I mean, I guess it is. Anyway. It works. It makes things balanced, because I was able to try them on in the shop, and she just has you hike them up until the crotch is where you want them, and then she puts a piece of elastic around your waist, and then you just measure the difference in what's above, because these sit at your natural waist, what's above that, and that's the amount you need to drop it down. It's just, her way is just so simple. She's just genius. So anyway, I'm just really pleased with these pants, and just can't wait to wear the living daylights out of them. And I was looking at the construction of the cardigan that comes with this pattern, and it looks very interesting as well. So I'm sure I'll probably be making that up in a nice sweater knit probably for so at some point this winter. But yeah, fantastic pattern. All right, my second pair of pants are the pencil pant, and this is the second time I've made the pencil pants. I made them for my summer module. I made them in a, sorry, I need to vacuum the rug that's in my sewing room very badly. I have a lot of fluff that has, you know, threads and everything else. And when you lay cotton twill down on that kind of surface, it picks everything up. But anyway, I made the pencil pants in that gingham and white and navy gingham stretch woven. So that was the big kicker with this pattern. When I was there trying them on, I tried on a pair of pencil pants in a stretch woven, and so just assumed, you know, they can be made in both. And I was picking fabric out with Erin, who's one of Linda's staff members, and so she was guiding me in percentage, and I think 25% stretch is what she was recommending. I have 25% stretch in this woven, and that's fitting me. Just fine. But if you look at the pattern, it says it's for stable knits only. So, and then someone had asked me about that, and I just hadn't even looked at the pattern, to be honest, the fabric requirements, because I had picked everything out when I was there. But yes, the pattern does say for stable knits only. However, I've made it twice now in stretch wovens. So as long as you have 25% stretch, I've had absolutely no problem with these. Now, I did make a little adjustment. So these are an elastic waist pant. However, the way they're constructed, when they're on my body, you can't tell that they're elastic waist pants. So I'm able to kind of do a half tuck. And I made an alteration on these. I added pockets to the side seams. These are the pocket from the West End pant. That's also the sewing workshop. I also made those for my summer module and just love the pocket. So I literally just cut the pocket out. I took the pocket, just the pocket pattern piece from the West End pattern, and cut it out in this fabric as well. And then I just kind of drew in the curve from the pocket piece onto the pattern, and you know, I just did a tracing wheel over that when I was cutting it out, so then I didn't have to actually cut my pattern in case I don't want pockets. But I love the way they turned out. These pockets are great. You should buy the West End pants, if for nothing else than for the pocket piece, because it's just a very, see, it just kind of comes down and it's a very flattering pocket. It doesn't splay open. It's just a really fantastic pocket. But again, these are pull-on pants. I made them in a stretch twill, and kind of this, I think they call it mustard, but I would call it more of a caramel or a camel color. I mean, it's definitely a brown that has yellow in it, but I would say it's more brown than yellow. But anyway, and with my last pair of these pencil pants that I made, they're a little too big. They sag on me throughout the day because I was just going by the guide for the elastic, which was ridiculous. I know better than that. Like, that determines, you know, that's dependent upon your elastic you're using and your body. So this time, I just put elastic around my waist, and I don't even know what length I used. I just put it around my waist, and that is what got sewn into, because you can see there's a triple zigzag, so your elastic gets sewn into the waistband piece. so it doesn't twist and turn and all that. And then this just gets top stitched down. And I used a triple zigzag, but I could have easily just stretched it and done, because this doesn't stretch down here at the bottom of the waistband. Well, maybe it does a little. Anyway, I did a triple zigzag to stitch that down as well. I love these pants. I mean, these pants are gonna take me on into winter easily. My boots that I ordered off eBay, I ordered some Oxblood, kind of 1970s inspired boots. $38 off of eBay, and I was convinced that they were gonna be like a doll boot or just one of those where you've ordered something and there's the picture and then what comes looks nothing like it. But yes, I got leather boots, knee-high boots, Oxblood with a stacked heel, everything I wanted for $38 on eBay. So I tell ya, I don't shop eBay that often, and I should. I am just over that. I mean, these boots are going to get worn a ton. I'll show them to you guys when the weather gets a little cooler, when I start styling them a little bit more with my makes. But yeah, these pants, folks, are kind of everything. They're comfortable, they're elastic, so they stretch with me, they're still fitted, and I kind of want to make them in a stable knit, just so that I can actually make them the way they were intended to be made. They're a fantastic pant. So anyway, those are my two pants for my current module that I'm working on. Now, you're seeing this on Tuesday. I have something else I want to talk to you about, but you're seeing this on Tuesday, and I think that my second video this week is coming out on Wednesday, so there's not going to be a Friday video this week. Only because when I do more than 2 videos a week, the algorithm on YouTube goes nuts and my views, numbers, everything just plummets. And I am trying to make somewhat of a living with my YouTube channel. It's kind of turning into a little bit of a full-time job, which I love and I want to keep doing, but it needs to be financially able to do that as well. Because again, I did have a full-time, well, not full-time, heavily part-time, almost full-time alteration and custom clothing business before stopping that last summer just because I'd gotten burnt out and starting the YouTube channel. So I am trying to supplement some of that income that I've lost by closing that business. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep it to just 2 videos a week because my numbers just do so much better, which means I get more views and then the money from ads is a little bit better. So sorry for being so commercial on my channel, but I am just gonna have 2 videos this week and they're just gonna be back-to-back days, and that may throw the algorithm off too, but anyway, it is a collaboration that I've done with Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles, and it is a pattern test that we both took part in, and the pattern's being released tomorrow, Wednesday. So we wanted, oops, sorry about that. So we wanted, let me get that, that's gonna be annoying, sorry about that. So we're done a collaboration, we did a pattern test together, and the pattern's being released on Wednesday, and so we wanted the videos to go out on the day of the pattern release. So that'll be your 2 videos this week. I'm sorry again that they're back to back, but that's just kind of the way things worked out this week. But I'll be back on my normal schedule Tuesday, Friday, next week. So that is what you've got to look forward to. I also this weekend, I went thrifting this weekend with one of my good friends. We had such a fantastic time and I got a really good haul. I actually got a ton of stuff for my daughter, but I got some interesting things for myself as well. And I don't know if that's interesting to anyone if you care to see a thrifting haul. I mean, this is really more of a sewing channel. I will be doing a couple of videos on how I'm going to be, because there's some refashions. Actually, they're all refashions. They're all refashions. I got one thing that's skirt that I'm gonna wear as is, but everything else is refashions, and I could definitely do other videos on that. But if you're interested in seeing my thrifting haul, let me know. We could definitely do a video on that. All right, so that is all I've got for today. Again, next week I'll have my jacket hopefully finished. I'm waiting on the lining fabric to arrive. I think it's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. But that's all I've got for today. Leave me any questions or comments that you've got down below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And before we go, I just want to say thank you. You guys are just phenomenal. And I just want to thank you for subscribing, for watching the channel, for recommending me to friends, for talking about me with your sewing groups. I really want to thank you. I mean, it just means the world, and I'm just really loving this community that that this channel is kind of created in amongst the bigger sewing community. It's just a fantastic place to be, and I just love reading all of your emails and all of your comments that you guys send. So thank you. Thank you for being the wonderful people that you are. Okay, that's all I've got for today, and I'll see you guys later this week. Bye.